the Middle-earth strategy battle game from Games Workshop. A source of great nostalgia for many nerds of a certain age, mainly through the magazine collection that came out when I was a youngling. And in recent years I've got really back into collecting it and painting it to an adult standard. One can only imagine what my paint efforts looked like as a child. Having amassed a rather significant collection from the movies for War of the Rohirrim and the Hobbit trilogy, and some cheeky Muppets as well. Printed by your boy, Spandex-clad hero. Go check him out. The last thing to do was these Wargs and Azog, and I can finally call the pile of shame complete. And since they were already assembled and primed, it was time to jump straight in with the painting. Painting up all the bases brown for an earthy tone, which is quite bright, but we're going to take it down later on with a wash. I then started painting some grey where all the rock formations would be. I think back when I assembled them, I customised some little mini mountains and rocks for them to stand on to give it a bit of character. From there, it's time to crack out the speed paints using some dark wood. I set about making all the earth tones on the bases a bit darker, give it that muddy effect. Likewise using some grim black on the stone faces around the sides. And then using a mix of black, grey and white, I started painting the wargs. You have a predominantly white face and legs, but then it fades back into a grey and a black as it gets more darker towards the pelt, which I'm doing in warrior skin. We have desolate brown to be a bit of a lighter shade. There's some of the highlights, like the, I guess you'd call it a mohawk, and the tail. And then just a little dab of a shamrock green on some of the bits that looked a bit like moss, as well as the skin on some of the orcs, which I came to regret almost immediately because that green is just way too bright for the world of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings movies. So I started blending in some warrior skin to make it a little bit more grubby and canon, and I cracked out with broadsword silver for all the armour and weaponry, which again is slightly too bright, but we're going to bring it down a bit later on with a wash. And I made a start on Azog, using the silver for his armour and some dark wood for his little loincloth to hide his genitals. Then I also used the dark brown for the handles of the weapons, as well as some of the leathers on the orcs riding the wargs. Then I cracked out the murder scene, the leather girdle, I guess, around his chest, before moving over to the desolate brown again for some of the other parts of the fabrics on the orcs. Then some grim black for the finer details on the face of the wargs, such as the eyes, the mouth and the ears. A little mess there, but easily fixed. And then a more watered down version for the armour to give it a more rusted and worn effect. Before getting really bold with the pink to act as an undercoat for Azog, because he's kind of white with a pinky hue underneath. While that dried, I dry brushed everything with a light brown to bring up the colour a bit and give it a bit more texture and complexity. I'll do some white for the grey areas as well, to hopefully give it a more realistic stone effect. And then once the pink was dry on Azog, I also dry brushed him in white to bring it right back up and in line with how he looks in the movie. Then I cracked open the Kachatan flesh, Katachan, and put a nice thick coat of that around the rims of all the bases to give it a nice professional finish. And dabbing on some PVA glue, I was ready to add some little bits of grass to the earth. Just sprinkling it on, pressing it down just a little bit, and then flicking it to lose any residue, like that. I was still kind of unhappy with some of the skin tones on the orcs, way too green, so I added some Agrax Earthshade, just to make it a bit muddier and in line with the movies again. Quick little splash of orange on the eyes, and some of the detailing on Azog with the Agrax Earthshade. I then set about gluing some grass and some little flowers onto the base, and with that, I am ready to call it done. And with that, my Lord of the Rings pile of shame is now finished. I do have a huge pile of shame of 40k as well, but we'll get to that in due course. And the cabinet is complete. Hello.